Hey guys, welcome back. As you can probably tell, it is first thing in the morning. I'm just getting Avery's meds ready. So today, Avery has a hospital appointment, and now that we've moved, I no longer need help with Avery's hospital appointments. I don't need anyone to kind of come with me because we take the bus. The hospital is still not walking distance, which is fine. So I do need to kind of, it's about a 10-minute walk to the bus stop. So that is fine. It is still half term, so the boys are off school, so they're gonna need to come with me. But they had a great time on the bus the last time we went to a hospital appointment. So I'm just gonna get all of Avery's meds together and give her those so that they can start settling in her tummy. We are still giving her Yakult, so I'll give her some of that as well. She is a bit poorly at the moment. She has a viral infection. I did do a lateral flow test on her just with her having a hospital appointment. I just wanted to be safe. It is just a viral infection, so a little bit poorly, a little bit grumpy and gristly, but she is sleeping because of it, so silver lining to everything. Obviously I'd much rather she not be poorly, but at least she is getting some sleep, so yeah. Just leaving Avery's meds to settle for a little bit before I give her a feed. It's currently 8:15. Avery's appointment is at 11:10. So first thing I need to do is look up the bus times. So there's either a bus that's going to get us there a little bit too late. It would get us there at like 11:09. But then there's still a little bit of a walk to the part of the hospital that we need to go to. And then there's one that will get us there for 10:20. Okay, how odd, that literally just changed. There's one that will get there for 11:22. So it gives us half an hour to walk there and whatnot. Yeah, okay, so that should be fine. Okay, so we're gonna need to leave here at about 5 to 10 at the latest. It usually only takes us sort of 10 to 15 minutes to walk down to the bus stop. That gives me about 2 hours then. I've still got a few things that I need to get done before we leave. I've got a load of washing to put on. Obviously I've got to get ready and make sure the kids are ready, get Avery dressed and whatnot. So yeah, I'd better get cracking. What to pick for Avery? She's probably better off in a dress and tights today, just because I'm not sure if they want her legs bare or if they want her to have like socks or something on. So tights are easy enough to take on and off. We'll go with this one. That's quite pretty. And then I am not going to make the same mistake as I did last time I put that dress on her, and I put one of these pairs of tights on her thinking they were black, but the more I looked at them they were definitely dark blue and it didn't look right. So let's go with grey. Not too sure on a bow colour for this outfit. Probably just go with this one. I think I'm just going to do one bow today, just because she is a bit poorly, so I don't want to spend loads of time trying to fiddle with her hair. So that's all ready for her once she's been fed. We've just had Avery's new bath support arrive. I think I mentioned a few videos ago that her splashy seat doesn't fit in our bath properly, so it's not really safe. this was the alternative, so we're going to give this a go. And by the looks of it, I mean, I don't think I'm supposed to try and set this up on my own. I need to wait for the disabled children's OT, but it looks like it's kind of just a giant bouncer for the bath, which hopefully Avery will like, because she does tolerate sitting in her bouncer. So yeah, hopefully it fits on the bath. Fingers crossed it works. It should be easier to store because it's flat, so yeah. So it turns out it was actually pretty self-explanatory. It fits, which is great. And literally all you have to do is pull this up and it lowers the seat into the bath. So there we go. And she'll sit in it like that. I think this will actually work really, really well. I will still contact Avery's disabled children's OT just to see if she needs to do a safety check or anything, but if not, then I think we're pretty much good to go. Just finished making myself look a little bit more presentable. Just popping some lip balm on because my lips have been really, really dry. So Avery's appointment today is an orthotics appointment. So she is getting splints, and I mean, we all know Avery can't really stand or walk yet, and I'll talk a little bit more about that a bit later, but we went a few weeks ago to get her mould done of her feet and legs, and then those moulds got sent off to make her splints, so they'll be perfectly moulded to her feet and legs. They'll kind of come, I guess, maybe mid-calf level, and what the doctor said is basically it will provide her with a good base to be able to stand, because at the moment what she does is she goes onto her feet, she just immediately goes straight onto her tiptoes, she arches back. It could be a sensory thing, apparently it is really, really common. He actually said it was a newborn reflex that they don't really lose. So that is a reflex a newborn has, to go straight onto their tiptoes if they're put onto their feet. It's a reflex that just doesn't go away because of the brain injury. So we're going to get her splints, and it's always a little bit bittersweet when we get a new piece of equipment like that for Avery, because it's good because we know that it should do her good, and we want to do whatever we can to help her, but in the same way it's just another thing that kind of proves to us, not that we need proof, but it proves more to the outside, you know, to the eye, that she is disabled. So yeah, I think now that she's starting to get new equipment, you know, her kind of head support brace and splints, glasses, you know, it's becoming more and more obvious on the outside that she has these disabilities. And for so long we've been treating her like a baby because she can really get away with it. She looks like a baby, you know, she acts like a baby, but in reality she's a toddler. And she's starting to grow up, and you know, we're not going to be able to cradle her like a baby anymore soon, and we've really got to start thinking about that, and you know, what we're going to do when she is too heavy to handle and cradle like a baby. And I think this age is difficult, it's a tough pill to swallow, because we're kind of moving out of where we can treat her like a baby, and we need to start thinking about her future and what aids we need to help her. So splints today. Yeah, I think Avery's feed's finished, so I'm gonna go and get her dressed. Avery is going to be due a feed after her appointment, so I need to get her mobile bag ready. We need to leave in about 15 minutes, so I need to get a jog on. I had a look at the bus journeys back. Timings aren't brilliant. I think we're looking at about 20 past 12. Her appointment, I imagine, won't take that long. Well, that reminds me, I need to pop her shoes in the pushchair just in case they need them. Yeah, her appointment shouldn't take that long. I'd imagine it'd probably be done by 11:30, maybe even like 20 to 12. If that is the case, I might just take the boys down to the cafeteria and quickly grab them something to eat, maybe. The buses where we live aren't the greatest. There is the park and ride, but you can only get a ticket for the park and ride at the park and ride, so it kind of defeats the purpose because the park and ride is nowhere near us. I think I'm just gonna put this straight in the bag. It is fairly cold outside, so I can't imagine it would spoil. And this is the last of the bottle as well, so. Okay, that's that done. And she is gonna need 2 syringes of water. And she will also be due a couple of her meds when the feed is done. Or when we're out and about, we actually, when we used to have the old pump, the giving sets used to come with these little caps on them. So we saved a load of the caps because they fit the syringes perfectly, and it's just helpful when we're out and about, just to make sure that whatever's in the syringes stays okay. Okay, so she will need baclofen. We're at the last of this bottle, so we're having to pour it into the cap to get it out, which I hate it when it gets to that point because the bottle starts to get really sticky. Right, and then I think what I'm gonna do is pop Avery's extension onto her button. Just leave it on there while we're out, just so that I'm not fiddling around with it. I know it's clean. And then we'll be good to go. Well, that was a mission and a half. We just got back. I am just making the boys some lunch. It is 1:15, so we've been gone for 11:12. Wow. We've been gone for 3 hours. And it was a bit of a mission. So, I mean, getting there was fine. Bus was on time. Boys got a little bit restless in the waiting room because we did get there quite early, but we went in. Avery had her splints put on just to make sure they all fit properly, and the doctor said that we needed to get her some shoes. So on the way back, it was a little bit of a wait for the bus. I think we had to wait about 20 minutes for the bus to come. Avery did a bus stop poo, so I had to change her in the pushchair. That was fun. And then she did another poo when we were in town, so that was fun. I've just now changed her. She was fed, that all went fine. But trying to find a pair of shoes that fit around those splints seems to be a near impossible feat. So I ended up buying her some slippers just so that she's got something to go over the splints. They do have like a rubber sole. They don't have like a soft fabric sole. I mean, her physio is probably going to scream at me because it's probably all wrong. Because I can't say I've ever seen children with splints wearing slippers before with them, but I feel like it's better than nothing, and it's just going to have to do until we can figure out what actually works with the splints. So I will show you them in a little bit, and if there are any of you who have children with splints, I think they're also called AFOs, I'm not 100% if they're the same thing. But yeah, if you found shoes in like a reasonably priced kind of high street retail shop that actually fit over them, then please let me know. it's gonna have to wait for the meantime. The slippers are gonna have to do for a little bit. I'm sure it's not gonna do any harm. I mean, I think the splints themselves posture the feet. I'm not really sure why they have to wear shoes with them, but he said if we couldn't get shoes, then there was the option to put kind of like some kind of foam over the foot, and I thought, well, if we'd use foam, then surely slipper fabric will be okay. But yeah, it is what it is. It is all I could do for now. Boys are really hungry. They've literally been moaning the entire way home, saying that they're hungry. And I'm hungry too, to be honest. I've not eaten a thing yet today. So once the boys have eaten, I'm gonna sit down and have something to eat. And then I do still have some things I need to get done today. So yeah, I need to crack on with that once the boys are fed and I've eaten and I don't feel so, yeah. What a morning. Just had a delivery from Amazon. So I've ordered these, and if you missed it a little while ago, I cut myself a fringe and hated it. So I let it grow a little bit, and it was long enough so that I could cut it in a way that it was no longer, you know, a straight across fringe. I kind of beveled it a little bit. So now I think the shortest piece is around here, which obviously goes even shorter when I push it to the sides. But it blends down nicely, so it's ready to grow. It should grow out nicely, but I just need it to grow. So my thought process is, if I take some vitamins for my hair, then maybe it will grow faster. If not, then hopefully keep it healthier so that it doesn't break. So it says to take 2 a day. So this is technically a month's supply, and if I like them and I notice a difference, then I will probably buy some more. They were around £15. I did have a look at lots. This one had pretty good reviews. So what flavour are they? What flavour are they? Oh, strawberry and black currant. Okay, so it says to take 2. They're in a little heart shape. That is quite cute. If the camera will focus on it, I don't think it will. Oh well, you have to take my word for it. They're in a heart shape. They're quite hard to chew, I'm not gonna lie. But they taste okay. They taste like sweets, I suppose. So yeah, I'm going to continue to take these and see if it makes any difference. I'll give you an update, I suppose, in about a month's time. I did see on the reviews that some people said it took around 2 months for them to really notice a difference, but then hair does grow in 2 months. Hair's supposed to grow ½ an inch a month, apparently. So if my hair grows 1 inch before Orlando, I'll be happy. 1 inch is long enough where I feel like I could style it properly. So yeah, I'll update you on what they're like. Avery is just having a little bit of time on her tummy, aren't you? Yesterday when we did this, she actually fell asleep, so it's kind of looking like it's going the same way. Don't know if she just finds it comfortable being on her stomach, but I'm liking her interest in tummy time recently. It's been really, really good. Isn't it, Pud? Are you gonna lift your head? Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. Good girl. She's not well, so I'm trying not to push her too hard. Anyway, so these are Avery's new splints. Look. Are these yours? She is not wanting to lift her head up today. She's so tired. It's been a busy morning. But yeah, these are Avery splints. Don't really know what to say about them. Obviously, hi! Yes, they're yours! They're yours! They provide her with ankle and foot support. They keep her feet at a 90-degree angle, which is what we want. These are the slippers that I ended up buying. They are technically too big for her, but they fit the splints nicely, and I just had a little read up on the paperwork that the doctor gave to me on the way out, and the reason for shoes is so that when they are actually learning to walk, they don't trip on this bit. It says to find some that are, you know, softer to kind of accommodate the splint itself. Yes. So I'm hoping these are okay. If not, then there is a website on there to get specialized footwear for the splints. So gonna test them out in a little bit, I think, in the stander. Yes. Dribbling on my rug. Are you dribbling on my rug? That's okay, we're getting a new one soon. So yeah, not really a whole lot to say about them. Hopefully they do her some good. Hopefully she tolerates them okay, that they have been moulded to her feet. Especially the slippers, by the way, I just picked up in Shoe Zone. I had a look in Primark first and I just wasn't finding anything that was fitting the splints. So we tried Shoe Zone, found these. They were only like £4, so see if they work. Hey, hello, hello. So I'm gonna let Avery have a little bit of time on her tummy, and then I'll see if she will tolerate the stander for a little bit. Avery did well in her stander. She lasted a good 15 minutes, but she was literally starting to fall to sleep in it. She is just so tired. It's nearly time for her feed anyway, so I thought I'd get her out. So the question that I've been asked a lot in the comments is, will Avery ever walk? And I'm not gonna lie, I think as a special needs parent, it's never nice to be asked those questions, and it's not to say that it's wrong for asking those questions. Like, please don't think that I'm trying to say that those questions shouldn't be asked, but it's just not nice to hear, because ultimately it's exactly the same as the other will she ever questions. The answer is we don't know. She does bear some weight onto her legs, which is a good sign, but we just don't know. All we can really do is continue to encourage her development, getting her in the stander, putting her on her feet, these splints. It's all things that will help her move into the right direction of standing and walking if she can. But the sad truth of the matter is, some children just don't walk that have cerebral palsy. Some children don't talk, you know. It's a sad truth, but I don't feel like we're there yet to accept that she will never walk. I've heard of children walking when they're 4 or 5. So we have time yet. We just need to keep encouraging her. Like I keep saying, she is still very much like a baby at the moment, so I don't think she is ready for that stage anyway. I feel like maybe one day she might surprise us. Anyway, the kids are starting to get rowdy and this little lady is super tired and she needs a feed. So I'm gonna close this vlog off here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as usual, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you want to follow us along on our journey. And with that said, I will see you guys in a few days with another video. Do you want to say bye?
Bye. Anyway, stay on. Stay on. Only there.
Why wouldn't you want to subscribe? Why wouldn't you want to see more of that? Anyway.
Of course, you want to.
Oh, okay. See you in a few days, guys. Bye.